Good morning to my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. Today we're going to go through a book entitled The Things That Mentally Strong Parents Don't Do. And it's a book authored by Morin and published on the 23rd of December 2014. This book is a practical and insightful guide for parents who want to raise resilient, self-assured children. As a licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist, Morin brings her professional expertise and personal experience to this valuable resource. The book builds on her previous work, applying the concept of mental strength specifically to parenting. So some of the key points from this book are as follows. First key message to come from the author is to avoid overprotecting your children. Now, this is a powerful point, but also something that most parents have difficulty with. And it's culturally also difficult for some parents to let go and to avoid the overparenting of their children. The author emphasizes the importance of allowing kids to face challenges and learn from failures. I found her examples of age-appropriate risks particularly helpful in understanding how to strike a balance between protection and growth opportunities. At the end of the day, in order for people to grow, they need to live and lean just outside their comfort zones and to embrace discomfort. That includes children and, of course, parents, which, as I said, is a challenging thing. It's not all that easy. The second point that the author talks about is not to parent from guilt. The book delves into how parental guilt can lead to permissiveness or overcompensation. This is powerful. Parental guilt can lead to permissiveness or overcompensation. The author offers strategy for recognizing and overcoming parental guilt, and that is something that will resonate with many people, especially as someone who often struggles with work-life balance. Don't feel too guilty and don't be hard on yourself is a key message, because parenting has its challenges and it's a marathon and not a sprint. The third key message to come from this book is to resist the urge to make your child the center of your world. This section is really eye-opening and highlights how child-centric parenting can inadvertently foster entitlement. The author suggests for maintaining a healthy family dynamic while still prioritizing your children's needs, where practical and where doable. Don't allow fear to dictate your choices. The author addresses how parental fears can limit a child's experiences. Her cognitive restructuring techniques for managing anxiety have been game changers in how a parent can approach new situations with their children. The author also mentions how to avoid taking shortcuts to avoid discomfort. The book stresses the importance of allowing children to experience and work through uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable emotions. The author's strategies for teaching emotional regulation have already improved how I handle tantrums and meltdowns. The author talks about not losing sight of one's values. The author emphasises the importance of identifying and consistently modelling one's core values. Her exercises for clarifying family values have sparked meaningful conversations in people's households. Resist the urge to prevent your children from making mistakes is another key message. This lesson ties into many of Morin's other points, underscoring the vital role that makes play in learning and growth really valuable. Her advice on how to support children through failures without rescuing them has changed the approach that many families have to their homework struggles and social conflicts. So this book is really, really powerful in giving families who have children, as well as families who have grandchildren, some valuable insights. But the one that I like the most is the one where the author talks about avoiding the overprotection of one's children. There is a temptation, and a lot of parents seem to fall into this trap, to protect and overprotect their children and see it as a form of competition between other families, where they try and position this protection or overprotection as an expression of their great love for their children. If you really love your children, of course you're going to protect them, but there is a very, very fine line between overprotection and over-control. And the author here talks about the fact that if you're a helicopter parent who is managing the life and growth out of their children, then what you're doing is a great disservice to your children. You've got to give kids opportunities to grow and to fall, to hurt themselves, but this is all part of their growth and development. Just like your failures, your injuries were important to you, so too children need to experience the world in a raw and in a real way. We're not talking about allowing kids to be in danger or severe danger. What we're suggesting here is to allow children to do the things that children do, to climb the tree, to ride the bike, to climb, to experiment, and not to worry too much about them having their little injuries and their little crying situations, because they need to find their own way through life. And the other one that I liked a lot was not to allow your child to be the complete centre of your life, because otherwise it potentially could get you to the point where you look back with resentment in terms of being a parent, which you don't want to do. You want to live your life and to express your calling and callings, and not blame your kids for the things that you don't do. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye for now.